Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Okay, so we've seen part 1. Everyone's super excited about it. Come back to the story. We've got Katniss Everdeen. She's bruised and battered.
Bruised and battered.
I said bruised.
Bruised and battered.
I didn't say
she's
bruised.
bruised and battered.
I said bruised and battered.
Continue.
We have Peter, who's insane. The District 13 is just about to go and storm the Capitol. Things are getting crazy.
Good Lord, this movie was boring.
Okay, I don't agree with that because
It was just so slow. The pacing issues.
I agree there were pacing issues, but we have to bear in mind that they've done what they did with the Harry Potter movies, what they did with Twilight, where they've taken one book and divided the last book into 2 parts.
Has that ever worked out?
I would say no, because
Case and point.
it makes one of the halves super boring.
In this, I would argue both halves.
Okay, I'm going to argue one half was boring, because for me, Hunger Games Part 3,
No,
it is Part 3.
it's part 1 of the 3rd movie.
This is so confusing. It's like Star Wars. It's so confusing.
Except Star Wars is better.
Okay, Star Wars is better. Everyone thinks Star Wars is better. We can say that Star Wars is better. So this is part 4, but it's really part 3 divided into 2. I didn't find it that boring. There were lots of parts of the movie. What is going to happen? How is this? What's the end game? How is this going to work out for these guys? I was kind of riveted in parts.
One part, particularly one part in the movie, was there a good build-up of tension. You knew what was going to happen. It was exceptionally predictable, which seems to be the trend for movies these days. But one part is riveting and kind of exciting. The rest is just, it's predictable, it's slow. You care for naught for the characters. Katniss is supposed to be this Mockingjay that you love. If she had died, I would not have cared one little bit.
I'm going to say this is not Jennifer Lawrence's best performance ever. I feel a little bit like she went to the Kristen Stewart School of Acting. She has one expression the entire movie. She's just kind of scowling the whole time. She has this frown on her face, which is annoying, and you want to punch her a little bit.
A lot. I did not want Katniss to survive.
Do you know who I did want to survive though? And I don't want to say that he didn't survive. Because we don't do spoilers here. We don't do spoilers at Screen Beans. Is Finnick Odair. I think he's one of the standout performances for me is Finnick.
He probably was. He's one of the more likable characters in the film, that's for sure. But I mean, obviously he doesn't play a major role in the film, which is disappointing. I mean, it could have added a lot more. We could have had less Peter, less Katniss, more Finnick, a more enjoyable movie.
And definitely less Gale. Gale is like a dry biscuit in this film.
He's just like a brooding idiot. He's like, just get over yourself. She's probably never gonna love you. Just move on.
We do get a conclusion to the love triangle. It's not necessarily the way I wanted to go, so I wasn't that happy about it. But it didn't go the way that I wanted it to, so naturally I'm upset.
It was nice to see Philip Seymour Hoffman. We know it's probably one of the last movies he's in. You don't really see too much of it. There's kind of a bit of a Paul Walker Furious 7 moment where you see his face from a certain angle. You can tell it's CGI.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing there wasn't as much of him in the movie as they intended because he died, so it was harder to put him in.
Yeah, I think there was supposed to be more of Plutarch Evansby, but obviously because of the actor, not as much of him as we would have liked. Okay, so the 3rd Hunger Games movie, there's no Hunger Games element actually at all, whereas in this one they bring that back. I don't want to tell you how they bring it back, but they do. If you've seen the trailer, you'll see an element of that. So they bring it back, but not to the same degree.
No, it just becomes kind of predictable along with just the rest of the movie. I'm punting this point, guys. It's predictable, it's boring. It's boring. There's maybe 1 or 2 exciting moments in it where there's a little bit of tension, but other than that, you just walk out unsatisfied and just caring.
I feel like this is a girl-boy thing because I still identified a little bit with Katniss, a little bit, even though she was annoying. The most annoying she's been in maybe any of the Hunger Games films. I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. I would have maybe given it more. The wooden performances kind of took it back a notch for me. I was still on the edge of my seat. I still really enjoyed myself on a blockbustery kind of level. So I think 6 out of 10 is fair.
Where do we start? I'm going 4. 4 beans. I think I'm being generous. 4. It's just.
4 beans. Okay.
It's, as I've said, it's boring. It's predictable. You care nothing for the main characters. Guys, if you have 2.5 hours of your time to spend, fall on a sword like the Japanese people. It's probably way more exciting. Cool, guys. So that was all we thought of the new Hunger Games film.
Part dos.
Part dos. If you like what you've seen, feel free to subscribe. If you disagree with us or you agree with us, let us know, comment below.
So thank you for watching Screen Beans, where we give you the good,
Clearly the bad,
at the box office.